I'm Bitcoin, Satoshi-san. Kevin dropped a bomb! Trillions of dollars are lined up to buy Bitcoin, and it all starts the second the laws pass. Once that bill is signed, the real money moves in. This will be the biggest capital inflow in Bitcoin history.
I love the idea of innovation. The money center banks have been sitting on their hands for years, crapping on the crypto industry, but it's not about Bitcoin. Nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's digital payment systems. That's the potential. That's the amazing opportunity we have here. Now, the reason that will be important and why we'll get price appreciation on Bitcoin is the minute that happens, it will signal the move to the next act, the Market Infrastructure Act. And why that matters to everybody in this room is we will finally determine, is Bitcoin a commodity or a security? And when that is determined and regulated, Katie bar the doors, $1 trillion will come and index that asset. Let's all hope that happens while we're all alive here. Anyways, thank you very much.
The Senate Agriculture Committee passes Bitcoin and crypto market structure legislation out of committee.
Presence of reporting quorum, the clerk will call the roll.
Senator Klobuchar.
No.
Senator Bennett.
No.
Senator Smith.
No.
Senator Durbin.
No.
Senator Booker.
No.
Senator Lujan. No. Senator Warnock.
No.
Senator Welch.
No by proxy.
Senator Fetterman.
No by proxy.
Senator Schiff.
No.
Senator Slotkin.
No.
Senator McConnell. Senator Hoeven. Senator Ernst. Senator Hyde-Smith. Senator Marshall.
Aye.
Senator Tuberville. Senator Justice. Senator Grassley. Senator Thune. Senator Fisher. Senator Moran. Chairman Bozeman.
Aye.
The ayes are 12, noes are 11.
The ayes are 12, the noes are 11. With that, the bill passes and will be reported. I ask for unanimous consent in preparing these pieces of legislation for reporting. Staff will be authorized to make technical and clarifying conforming changes as appropriate. Seeing no objection, so ordered. And with that, this phase ends. If anybody else would like to say anything about the bill, we would be glad to entertain that. So.
The SEC chair just announced live on CNBC that the crypto market structure bill is about to pass. Here we go.
Well, the Congress has its ways of negotiating, and obviously we have a bill that was adopted in the House and passed the House, and now the Senate is going through its process with the Agriculture Committee and the Banking Committee. And so, there's inevitably issues that come up. The SEC has been giving technical assistance to the people there on both committees now for months. And so we're looking forward to helping them get across the finish line and getting, something that works for all the parties.
Bitcoin is showing signs it could break through 106,000 to 108,000 soon. The next leg might take it up to 130,000, maybe even 150,000. Once we reach that range, we're entering full price discovery.
About 104,000.
And I remember,
right
by the way, when we started to come back off the April lows, and maybe gold had the first move, and you said, when gold goes, what was the exact data point? It was like crypto follows, and sure enough, here we are.
Yeah, listen, we had a euphoric top right around the inauguration, and a combination of a lot of things, Trump coin and whatnot. People say, okay, and crypto went back and tested where the the election breakout was. Now it looks like we'll take out 106, 107, 108 and make the next leg to 130, 150. And at that point, you're in price discovery, right? I keep thinking gold's a $22 trillion asset and crypto's a $2 trillion asset. And at one point, as more and more young people inherit the money for their old people that, kiss the face of God, you're going to see crypto equal gold. And that's a long way from here.
Lawrence Lepard says it straight. Powell is bluffing. He's lost control. When the markets realize this, capital rushes into assets that can't be printed. Bitcoin is seriously undervalued right now.
Powell is bluffing. He says we're going to get inflation back to 2%. He says we haven't lost control, even though he has. And the market believes him because the forward swaps are at 275 for 5-year inflation. It's bullshit, but people believe him. When things start to break, he will have to change his tune well before the inflation rate's 2%. And everyone's going to go, that's interesting. He really has lost control. He cannot get inflation down. All those guys who've been talking about inflation is inevitable, they are right. And then you're going to see just an enormous movement of capital from other things into our things. There's $450 trillion of fiat shit in the world. Cash, stocks, and bonds. All of Bitcoin, what is it today? 350 billion, 400 billion? So we're 450 trillion, 400 billion of Bitcoin. Let's call it 6 or 7 trillion of sound money. Bitcoin, gold stocks. Okay. 450 trill of unsound money. Bonds, cash, and stocks. When a quorum of the people come to the conclusion that they can never stop printing and that it is inevitable that they will have to continue to print, they are going to say, please protect my assets in stuff that cannot be printed. All it takes, it doesn't take the whole 450 coming into Bitcoin or gold for us to go way up in price. Even if only 10% of it comes in, that's $45 trillion chasing 7. How much does the value of our stuff have to go up? It's true that in 1980, when gold was very hot and very, everyone thought inflation would go on forever, right at the peak of that market before Volcker tamed it. Okay, in 1980, gold represented 20% of all financial assets, at that time. I mean, gold and Bitcoin today represent less than 1% of all financial assets. So there's plenty of upside here in the sound money stuff, if one assumes that they can never stop printing. And I believe that, with every bone in my body, I believe that. I think other people are coming to believe that, but for our stuff to work, we need more people to believe that. And, human beings do tend to, want to protect themselves. And so, as the word spreads and as the inflation continues to get bad or worse, more and more people are becoming aware, right? I mean, more and more people are being orange pilled, more and more people are aware of inflation, more and more people are interested in gold. I mean, everyone kind of gets it. I mean, this thing is broken. I mean, California, let's send out checks to help with inflation. Oh, that's a good idea. Spain just announced they're doing that. I mean, these guys can't stop. We're in the right place, but sadly, it's not going as fast as I would like because we all have limited time on this planet. It's like, let's rip this Band-Aid off. Let's get this over with. Let's just solve it.
Stay updated. Subscribe now for the latest cryptocurrency news.